Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Amagati, your family life coach. I say this every time because I mean it. I am your family life coach. I am here for you, rooting for you, wishing you success as you journey and parent in a foreign culture. So I'm looking at the calendar this month. It's the month of May. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but it's May 2023 and it is busy for my family. And I feel like every day my kids have something going on in school, something they're part of that we need to attend or go to. We need to remember teachers gifts and end of year things, and then like this week, there's teacher appreciation. There's all these things that we need to remember and keep up with in the month of May. Now, if you're parenting in America, I'm sure you're feeling the same pain because summer is coming, and our children are beginning to wrap up the school year. But that also got me thinking about the summer. The truth is, I honestly don't. I have some plans for the kids. We've scheduled some camps and stuff like that, but I don't really have like a set plan for my children. And I'm not sure about you if you have anything specific like scheduled every day. But it got me thinking about summer and what typically happens, especially for us migrant families. For most of us, the idea of going on a family vacation is not possible for two reasons. And sometimes it's not that financially we can't afford it, but it's the fact that in our upbringing in a culture that is not non-Western, vacations was a thing the rich people did and not the average person, right? So the chances are that with you as an immigrant listening to me, you probably didn't grow up with taking family vacations or going on holidays. Some people say holidays, some people say vacations. Um, Together as a family. And so it wasn't a thing, it wasn't something we grew up doing, right? And so now we find ourselves in a foreign country. If you are in the US, like I am, people tend to talk about family vacations and summer vacations, and so sometimes we don't see the value in it. We also feel like, the time I'm going to take off and then pay for some expensive hotel or trip, it's just too much, or that we don't see the value in it, so we don't take it. Over the years, and I know it's not the case for everybody, so I'm conscious of the fact that finances could be a big thing, hindering us from being able to go on a vacation. Um, but it is important that over the summer that we spend time with our children, even if it's just for a few days, 4 days, 5 days, doing something as a family and creating memories for our children. And so in today's episode, I just want us to talk about the summer because my brain is there, my mind is there. And I'm thinking because I feel like I am behind as well. There are things that I would like to do that I have not gotten the chance to do. So, yes, there's pressure on all of us as parents. But I want to share a few things that I think will help us, will help you, will help me as a parent, as our children come home for the 2 to 3 months break. In some cases, there are some schools that offer summer school, and some children go through summer school. Some people go to summer camps. And then there are some children who just stay home, and mom and dad at work, so we go to work all the time, and the children are home by themselves the entire day, right? I hope that some of the things I shared today will inspire some thoughts in you, especially as our children are coming home. For those of us in North America, that we will have some kind of structure for them. So you don't want to overstructure. I feel like our children are in school all year. They go for morning. For some of the kids, they're not getting home until after 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. sometimes, depending on if they go to after school care or not. So we want to be mindful of the fact that over the summer, there should have some form of structure, but shouldn't be over structured. My children are in a school, luckily, that gives them summer work. So they come home with a packet. There's work that needs to be done. We are typically not too strict on them, but we do encourage that they do the work for just a little bit, even if it's just 30 minutes a day before they go on and do something else. So if your school is not doing that, there is Google. Please Google worksheets for your child's grade and print out some work and let them do. If they're older siblings who are helping or older cousins who are helping, let them help the younger ones with some work just to keep them going so they don't forget some of the things they've learned in their current grade as they move on to the higher grade. That also does not mean that they have to be behind schoolwork or they've done it all year. Give them a break. Please, I hope you're doing that. So give them a break. And then you could take them to the library. I used to do that a lot. I haven't done that in the last few years. But libraries are good. It's free. Take them to the library and borrow books from the library. Most libraries, public libraries, especially in the US, have summer reading programs and their competitions. And so if your child reads a certain number of books, they get to win a prize. I think you register and then they give you a sheet and you track, at least my library does that, and you track like the books the kids have read, and then you get to pick up a prize based on the number of books you've read over the summer. So something like that is free. Some counties also offer summer camps. You can put them in that, something that gives them some kind of structure. Summer is also a good time to learn new skills like swimming. Right. So like last year, I put my son in swimming for the summer. We don't get to do it throughout the year, but at least he was home. He gave us something to do over the summer. Now, I also understand if you're working and you have to be at work, you don't have time for all those extracurricular things. But if you do, that'll be great for them to do. Or if you can make arrangements for maybe a friend or someone who can maybe take them to some of these activities, I think that would be great for them. So learning a new skill, going to the library, I think those are some things that could keep our children occupied and also not put them to the screens, like send them to the screens and watch TV all day or play video games all day. At least it gives them some kind of structure. So I hope that you can do that. But I also think that it is important that we take a week off or for work, or if you're able to, that is, or take a few days, even if it's just a long weekend, maybe take the Friday and the Monday and do something fun with your child. Create memories. It doesn't mean you have to go to some expensive hotel or go out of the country. If you can't afford that, a staycation is good enough, right? You can plan some activities to do. One of the things that I want to do with my children this summer is to walk around our downtown area. We live about a few minutes away, not too far away from our downtown. And so I told them one day we will just wake up in the morning before it's really hot, and then we will explore our downtown, dress up, walk casually, and just walk around downtown, look at the stores and some cool arts. The town we live in, luckily, is really known for its arts. So we were thinking of maybe walking around town, checking out some galleries, looking at some artwork, something that we typically don't do, So we're going to spend a day exploring downtown. I remember one year we were exploring all these beaches around town. Some were pretty interesting though. We went to some lakes and stuff like that. I just Googled and came up with a list of fun things to do. So if you can't travel with your children or go on a nice vacation, there are things you can do to bond with your children. I also think that vacation is nice, especially if you can just go away from your regular routine, go away from home, go visit a family member in another state, or somewhere you can go where maybe you can stay with a family, go do activities in that town, get to spend some time with them as well and create those memories, because you need the break too. It's not just creating memories with your children, but the thing is that for depending on which school and environment your child is in, when they go back to school, teachers want to find out, their friends want to find out what they did for the summer. So hopefully you're creating some memories for them, but it's also a good time to bond as a family. So if you cannot, again, go to an expensive place, if there's a family member or a friend in another state, you can go visit, take advantage of that. If not, then plan things around your town. Go to a store that you've never gone to. Walk around, let them do activities. If there's a like an indoor play place, or there's an outdoor water park, or something that is close by, even the regular park, you can pack a picnic and go and do something with your children, bond with them, connect with them, because they do need that. And the summer is such a great time to do it, especially if you live in North America, because the weather is warmer and we're able to do that. So I hope that this summer you create some memories with your children. It does not have to be expensive. You can get very, very creative, and find a way of creating those memories, finding something to do as a family. And please don't leave your children by themselves all day. And I know it's hard because some of us as immigrants, we are doing 2 or 3 jobs. We don't have the time. We don't have the resources to put them in camps and things. So kids are home by themselves. Um, some people tend to also bring all the cousins together, and they are all like 10 children in the house by themselves all day. That is when a lot of vices happen. So build some kind of structure. Even if they're going to be home by themselves, they're older to be home by themselves, give them some structure. If you have a teenager, there are all these summer jobs sometimes that they can find. So if your child is 15 and older and you want to find them a summer job, if there's a daycare, or the fast food down the street, something, ask around. You should be able to find something for them to do. A lot of nonprofits are looking for volunteers over the summer. I run a nonprofit too, so I know that I could do with volunteers all the time. So if there's a nonprofit that maybe your child can volunteer with for community service hours for school and also for work experience, I think that is good for them to do. So find some kind of structure. Again, most counties have free programs for people in the community. So find out from your local YMCA, find out from your county what programs are there. This is the time to do it, because if you wait till the summer, they are usually booked. So you want to get on it now. I think it's kind of late in the game anyway, but see if you can get on that, get them some structure, come up with some kind of timetable for your children. They wake up, because it's the summer, maybe 8 to 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or whatever, and then you give them some chores, you give them some school, give them some kind of structure, but nothing too tight, so they can also enjoy and rest and get ready for the next school year. Also print out some work for them. If you have children, let them do. If there's some older cousins who can help them, and encourage them to read. It keeps their mind sharp. Go to a local library in your community, rent, borrow some books for them, let them read. I remember when my kids were much younger and they couldn't read, I would get audiobooks. They come in little CDs. Most cars don't have CDs anyway these days, but if you have an older car that has a CD player, when you go to a library, there are audiobooks you can borrow and you can play as you travel in a car, and your children can listen to those things as well. So I hope you create memories this summer. I will come your way with other things, but I think today I'm just thinking summer. And it's really hot where I am too, so maybe that's why. But I am thinking summer. I am thinking, we need to plan because summer is coming. But those are the tips that I want to leave you with, for you as a parent in a foreign culture. Remember that there's a reason why there is a break. There's a reason why the people of the land actually go on holidays and take breaks, because it's stressful. The West is more stressful than where we came from, believe me. And I know you know, because you live here and that's why you're watching this video. It is stressful in America, in London, in any other country that is considered West. It is stressful. It is not the way we grew up. So every now and then, take a break. And when you go on vacation, it shouldn't just be back to your home country. I know a lot of us do that. Like, I'm from Ghana. So when people say we're going on holidays, it means they're going back to Ghana. You don't have to always go. I know we go to see family, but sometimes that trip alone is more stressful and more expensive too. Every now and then, go somewhere else and create those memories as a family. And I think it will really, really serve you and your family well. All right. So I wish you well. Again, if you have any topics, any suggestions, any comments, I want us to be a community. So put them in the comment section below. I read all comments, and we'll do parenting together. All right. So thank you for your time. I wish you well in your parenting journey. Again, I am Amagati, your family life coach. I'm here. I'm rooting for you. I hope that something I've said within this few minutes is worth your while, has been worth your while, and that there are tips that you can carry along as you go through the summer season when there's excitement and travel and memories to be made. So make memories, enjoy your family, enjoy your children, love on them because they are gifts to us from God. All right, take care. Bye.